your proud principal, Catherine Porter Lucas, back with What's Good at Gainesville, the January edition. We hope that you enjoyed winter break. We are ready and excited to get back to teaching and learning. We have a lot going on during the month of January as we close out the first semester of the 1920 school year. January in art. Mrs. Albright's classes, 8th graders are working on 3-point perspective and watercolor techniques. 7th graders finishing their 2-point perspective projects and adding shading to them, and 6th graders making a coil ceramics project. Mrs. McDonald's classes, 8th graders are working small by repainting the backgrounds of Pokemon cards. 7th graders are working hard on creating their 2-point perspective fish bowls, and 6th graders just finished their 1-point perspective castle. Academic advising for high school scheduling will take place on January 30th. All 8th grade students will meet with their high school counselor from their base high school. If students gain acceptance into a specialty program, additional scheduling will take place in the spring. In health and PE classes, indoor units continue for all grades. 6th and 7th graders will finish mid-year fitness testing mid-January, and team days will be January 30th and January 31st. Many 6th grade language arts classes took part in Cookies for Courage, writing letters to our local first responders and baking goodies for them. Items were delivered to fire and rescue stations, hospitals, and police stations. 7th grade has been reading novels related to the refugee experience. Be sure to ask your child about their book club. The library would like to say thank you as well as PTO for your support with the recent book fair. 6th grade students will be doing a speed biography book tasting, and 7th graders will be doing research about displaced persons. 6th grade math students will be multiplying and dividing fractions, while 6th extended begins 1- and 2-step equations. 7th grade will continue with proportions involving tax, tip, and discount. 8th grade will be focusing on multi-step equations and inequalities, and algebra will be working on factoring and quadratics. Geometry will work with similar and right triangles. Check out our students who made all-district band. Congratulations! 8th grade drama students are learning about Shakespeare, reading an adapted version of Romeo and Juliet. They will also learn about his Globe Theater and how to use Shakespearean language. 6th and 7th grade students are doing Reader's Theater and will soon start their final project of producing a play from beginning to end. Science topics in 6th grade, weather and climate unit, and 7th grade genetics. They should also be working on their science projects. 8th grade students will be bouncing balls, popping poppers, and winding up toys to investigate the law of conservation of energy. Gifted department coordinated with all of the social studies teachers to administer preliminary rounds of the National Geographic Geography Meet within each of their classes. Based on the results, we have 10 finalists who will compete in the final and championship rounds on January 17th. Congratulations! 6th grade social studies students will continue studying the colonies and the American Revolution. 7th graders will learn about the Spanish-American War, and in 8th grade, students will delve into the structure of Virginia's government. Our New Year's resolution in the Special Education Department is to continue to keep parents informed. The PWCS website's Special Education tab has information on disability categories, related services, parent guides, parent resource center, and more. Check it out! Students in Spanish class will be studying weather expressions to include the activities that take place in types of clothing. Second market period benchmark exams start around the 13th of January. Students in French will be learning how to describe and identify classroom objects, places in the school, how to discuss their daily activities and school schedules. Attention 8th graders, it is now time to turn in your baby picture for this year's yearbook. Only digital pictures will be accepted. Pictures should be sent to Mrs. Albright and be clearly labeled. They must be in by January 9th. PTO is still collecting box tops. Clip yours and send in or download the Box Tops app today and scan your receipts. The next PTO meeting is January 21st at 6 o'clock in the library, and check out our Spirit Nights at Paisanas and Buffalo Wild Wings. On January 14th, there's an advisory council meeting at 6 o'clock